Hi everyone, many years ago I did this fabulous arrangement called Caged Flowers. Now my friend Dawn, who lives in Melbourne, she sent me a request asking if I could show her how to do it again. Well Dawn, this is for you. Pay attention and watch carefully because it truly is a fabulous arrangement. And I'm using artificial flowers. You could use fresh flowers, but I'm using artificial, and I'm also going to incorporate bulbs. Now in the base of my lovely container that's weathered and beaten, well actually it was brand new until I gave it a paint finish, and we'll get to paint finishes another day. I've put in some wet green foam into here, and even though I'm using artificial and Martin, I don't know where in the world you are, I know that you are going to slap me across the knuckles for using the wrong foam, but you will see why in a moment. Okay, and this design is going to start from the inside and we're going to work our way out. Right, I've got these beautiful little hyacinth bulbs and I'm just going to put them down onto the wet moss, the wet foam. That's why I'm using it. Right, just get your finger and just put a little wee sort of like indentation in there, and then just place your bulb. I'll do another one, and these aren't going to, I just love hyacinths, and I just know that it's not that far away to spring when I see those. So that can go into there, and I'll just put another one into there. Now on top of that, I'm going to get some wet sphagnum moss and just put that over there to keep everything well watered. And the great thing about the sphagnum moss is it's got these antibacterial properties and it stops all the mildew and all the horrible things. The other thing I did with the foam is I put a little bit of granola in there just to keep everything all nice and sweet and tidy. Right, from here, as I said, we're going to work from the inside out, which is a really weird and interesting way of working things. I've got a little bit more moss here. I'm going to put that just onto there very carefully, because those little spring flowers have still got to make their way up there. So we'll just put that into there, and they will push their way through in due course. And I think that the green looks a little bit better than the sphagnum moss. Right, the next thing to do is to get your orchids. I love these Cymbidium orchids. And for those who keep asking me, when are your flowers coming, Astar? We want to know where to buy the silk flowers. Very soon. They're on the boat and they've left China, and as soon as they come I'll be letting you know. Right, I'm going to push that down into there like that, and then on the other side I'm going to do the same thing. Whoa, you just sit there like that. So I'm actually building this little cage so that when the flowers sprout up they'll have this lovely little cagey effect to be living in. Right, from there go and put another one into, oops, I completely missed the oasis. That can go into there like that, and you'll see how they're all, those heads are all sort of coming up to one point, and then I'll put that into there. Now the next thing is to get your willow and push that into there. And if you're using fresh willow, the great thing about that is by the time the bulbs are up and starting to flower, the moisture from the foam will have actually helped the little wee buds to start bursting forth. So it's one of those gorgeous designs that just keeps going on and going on and going on. Right, putting another bit on the other side, and just make sure that they all sort of like cross over each other. And oh, I'll just get this one here. Oops, fell on the floor. Put that into there like that. And if I'm very lucky, this structure will all hold itself together. Oops, and that just dropped. So I've got one on that side, and I need to bring another into this side. Oh yes, it's starting to look like a cage. And then you can go round and you can pull all of these little bits out so that they twist and come in together, so you haven't got all these branches up the top, you've got it around the sides. I'll just put that there right now. Now the next thing I wanted to put into there is some ivy. Now this also works really well with the little growing ivies that you can buy in little pots, and you could put those in at the beginning, but I'm just going to put a bit there like that. And I like how thick you've got the structure coming up, and then you've got these forms coming down. So I've got one there. I'm going to put another one in this side, and I'll turn it around so that you can see. And I've just realised that I didn't plug up the hole at the bottom of my container, so I've got water going everywhere. Right, that can go to there, and then I'll bring this into here like so. Now I've got a little few bits of Dusty Miller. I'm just going to put a couple of bits into there like, oh, oopsie daisy. I'll put a couple of bits around the side there, and then oops, another piece over to there. I've got a wee hole there, or a little void as we call it, and there we have it. Now you could put a little bird's nest into there if you wanted to, but this arrangement is one of those designs that just keeps on keeping on and keeping on, and it's just lovely watching the stages through growth into spring of how it all sprouts forth. I hope you've enjoyed that, Dawn. And for those of you who've never seen anything like this, I hope you give it a go. If you do, please send me a photograph to that'sastarsplace@gmail.com so that I can share with everybody else how clever you all are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you another day.